I don't know if I'm even going to show my face in this video because I haven't washed my hair in a week and we have just been cuddled in. This is the, gosh, I don't know. I think it's been 3 days since our big snow. We ended up getting 8 inches from the blizzard and we might get a couple more tomorrow or Friday. But anyway, I thought I'd show you guys the update with the girls. Does anyone want chicken content? I feel like chicken content and crochet content go together. Hi, ladies. Glad to see you all doing well. Come on. Does anyone want some bread and bananas? I brought you snackies. Brought you snackies for today. Snackies. There we go. Oh, this is shootout. Who pooped directly in the water? Why? Oh, you guys, you're ridiculous. It is so cold, so hi ladies. We have to clean your poop out. I might make Jake do that when he gets home. Anyway, I thought just want to show you guys that the chickens are thriving despite the blizzardy conditions. Good girl, Peachy. Hi, Rhonda. Well, I can't tell if this is Rhonda. One of my reds is Rhonda Rousey. She's kind of loud and she'll peck you sometimes. Okay, guys. So this is a couple days after my first clip of just chickens that have nothing to do with my pattern writing. But I have my pattern that one of my kids has drawn a nice Spider-Man on and scribbled over half my pattern. As well as some potato bear drawings. Anyway, I'm working on getting this transferred into the computer, and I'm working on another potato bear. I have changed this a little since my one that I showed in my last video. I put the feet on a couple rounds earlier before I went to the max stitch count around so that the belly will kind of sit over the front part of the legs a little more than my original bear. And then I think other than that, I'm going to keep it pretty similar. I'm also going to see if I can work the ears into the round instead of having to surface crochet it, but we'll see. And then I will show you here. Oh, look how dirty my screen is for my computer. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am working in Canva here to make my pattern. This original template was for a cleaning list, but it had all these nice like checklist charts here that I can do all my sections in really easily. So I'm kind of working on that template to use as my pattern. Again, this is the first time where I am writing a pattern to save as a PDF. My other pattern I saved as like an Instagram square. So this is a little bit different of a setup, and I'll be saving it as a different kind of file. So I'm hoping all of that goes smoothly, but I wonder if I can actually go and see what templates I've recently used. Oh, here it was. I don't know if you can see this, but that's the original template I used, this weekly cleaning checklist. All right, you guys, welcome to pattern making hell. So I got all the way closed up for Potato Bear. I sewed on his muzzle, which is slightly off center, and this eye, despite being in this round, is like not even, it's like higher. I don't understand than this eye. Anyway, I ended up crocheting the ears into the round, and I didn't like how it looked because the ears looked like they were sitting on the front of the face instead of on the top of the head. And so I was like, well, I'll just cut a string and like frog it down to this row. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can tell, but basically I've just had to shred this Sweet Snuggles yarn, just like comes apart. And so I've been trying to frog it, but I've just had to cut like 1,000 snips and go through the stitches. Like, I'm trying to undo the ears right now, and they don't frog. They won't frog. So I have to like cut this out and then find a way to hopefully be able to reconnect my yarn without just destroying this thing. This is the other ear I need to pull out. See, this is kind of how the ears were, and I just didn't like it. I like how they sit on top of my other one. So I wish I could just frog this row and pull this out, but it's just not. Quickly doing that. So also, I have just been working on this a little bit too, and I've added some columns to the side of my instructions so I can insert pictures hopefully into this pattern. And oh, please don't do something. Anyway, so I'm hoping to, now I'm gonna have to go into my phone because all my pictures are on my phone, and try to insert pictures there and maybe make notes on them. I was hoping to have this ready to maybe send out to testers tonight, and now I just don't know if that's going to happen because I really don't know how saving and inserting pictures is going to go on this template, and I don't know if I can. I'm really hoping I can salvage this because this is all that's up. Do you like how my 2-year-old's been over here helping me. Look at this mess. My gosh. Anyway, this is all of the Sweet Snuggles size 7 terracotta yarn that I have left, so I better be able to jump back in here after I remove this row and complete this guy like normal, I hope. And maybe I can adjust this eye. That is driving me nuts. I have yogurt all over my sleeve. Guys, I'm just a mess. I'm a mess. Update. I got it. So this is one knot I retied. It was in the middle of the decreased row, and I've already taken out my stitch marker, and I somehow salvaged. So I didn't have to take apart that much. I did rip his eyeballs out, and I had to cut more. Like this whole thing, I finally frogged like a large. What a mess. All right, Bear. We've evened out your eyeballs. We're going to restitch your head and crochet on, surface crochet on some ears. Okay, you guys, I am gonna wrap up this pattern making, experimenting video to tell you that I have officially sent out my pattern to testers, and they have already fixed so much that was messed up in my pattern. The first pattern that I wrote, which was the market mouse, was a little pattern, a little market-friendly, no-sew pattern that works up in under 30 minutes and is about, well, let me show you, right, is this big. My second pattern is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more involved. When I tested this mouse, oh, this was one of my early prototypes with the ears too wide. I thought it looked like an elephant. But when I sent out my my testers this Instagram pattern, they were sending me back their finished product in like under an hour. This one is so much more involved, and since there's the different parts to make first, the feet, the hands, the muzzle, and he's a lot larger, right? He's got 40 stitches around at his widest down here. This was a lot more involved. So my testers have already caught 2 mistakes I made with like final round stitch counts, and one round where I had the actual pattern, off. There's been other things, like I forgot to put that I needed to stuff the legs, or I forgot to put the instructions on how to sew on the muzzle. And then they've also helped me with like, you have this spacing on this half of the pattern and then the different spacing on the other half. And they're just helping me so much. I cannot say enough about my testers for this guy. They're giving me so much feedback on how to fix this. Also, just for future reference, if you are using Canva to make your patterns, I highly suggest not using Canva docs because as much as it's so easy to use, But since they don't show you where the page naturally breaks on an 8.5 by 11, sheet of paper, the only way to see where page breaks are to download the PDF, look at it, and then guess how you can change the spacing in Canva Docs to get it to line up right. And I've re-downloaded my pattern probably 10 different times with the different edits I've made, and just had to try to realign how the page sets up every time. That has been a nightmare. So next time when I'm making a pattern in Canva, I am just going to make sure I find the flyer templates. If you like create a design and then type in A4, that is like code for the standard 1-page printable size document. And I'm definitely going to be using that from here on out. But since I had already formatted the entire pattern, I've just been trying to do the spacing by eyeballing it and then re-downloading the pattern over and over again. So that has been kind of insane. But again, so grateful for my pattern testers. I am hoping to have all their pictures and feedback done by Wednesday. Today is Sunday. And then hopefully going to make it available to download on my Etsy shop on Friday. Also, when I was rerunning through the pattern again with my testers, I decided to make a potato panda mod. So here he is just for fun. The color changes to make the eyes were quite the challenge, but anyway, I kind of like how he turned out. I still like the original better. By the way, this is the size of potato bear using Bernat. Actually, the white is a Mainstays yarn from Walmart, but they're pretty similar. Bernat might be a little bit chunkier of a yarn. And this is with the Sweet Snuggles size 7 yarn. So here's the size difference here. I feel like Crochet by Jenna. Hug check, right? Look how much bigger the potato bear. I really like my standard potato bear more than panda potato bear, but here's their little tails. And yeah, this guy should be available soon. I'm still working out what the pricing should be. Oh, my Etsy. Speaking of Etsy, I've had my Etsy open, but I've really not focused on it at all because I've been more focused on selling in person at markets. And I think I may take down my pre-made plushies on Etsy just because I would rather have that available for people that want to download patterns and then do in-person sales at markets, and then just do personal orders by people sending me messages on Instagram or Facebook. So I think I'm going to make that transition in 2025. Okay, this is a little bit different of a video than I've done before, just me learning how to make patterns, how to write patterns, how to publish patterns. So I hope maybe you enjoyed or learned something. What you should learn is not to use Canva Docs for your patterns. That's what you should learn. And use testers. Get lots of testers. Their feedback is just invaluable. So anyway, okay, that's all, and we hope to see you next time. Bye.